The most important principle of a healthy life is healthy spirituality. A man who does not have peace can fall ill from every disease, no matter how healthy he was eating and properly exercising other health obligations. In the countries of the Middle East, where all monotheistic religions originated, Judaism, Christianity and Islam, people greet each other with words, "Peace be to you." Hebrew, Shalom, Arabic, Selam. If they want to ask the most commonly asked question, "How are you?" they ask, "What is your peace?" Peace is the most important thing we can possess. It is the greatest treasure that we can have and which we should especially guard. If we do not have the riches of peace, we also won't have other riches such as material, natural, family. A man who has lost peace is capable of destructing himself and everything around him. On the other hand, a man who has peace in his heart is able to accomplish feats and results that he cannot even imagine in his best dreams. Therefore, achieving peace is the primary goal that one should strive for in life. In order to achieve peace, one must have proper goals in life. A person's main goal in life should be to make sincere friends, to be surrounded by them, and to participate in making new friends with them. When we are surrounded by those who love us, our peace will never be compromised. In the presence of children who are good and whose greatest desire is to make us happy, we will always be calm, joyful and peaceful. God created human to live in nature, in the environment of a large and numerous family. Not too long ago, the vast majority of the world's population lived in a natural setting, and several generations lived together in the same household, happy and content. Grandfather, father, son, grandson and great-grandson, all of them together with their families, they complemented each other and cooperated in preserving of what is the most valuable, and these are people who are our friends and who love us. Once upon a time, people competed in hospitality and kindness, all with the goal of giving people love and making them too kind and moral people as part of a circle of friends caring for one another. But for the sake of happiness in life, it is not necessary that we have many friends. It is enough to have just one, so that we have someone to live for and someone to look forward to. The biggest misfortune that can happen to a person is to be left alone, to have no one to love and to live for, and not to be loved. Unfortunately, the modern man chose to run for material wealth, and he neglected the spiritual wealth. He neglected his fellow men, his friends, and therefore he was left alone. It is important to note that money cannot buy the most important things, spiritual things. True friends cannot be bought. Peace cannot be bought. Honest friends are being made. But in order to make friends and have peace, one has to work for on himself, to acquire knowledge and skills on how to achieve these goals. And just as one learns from professional literature and from skilled people how to do business and make money, in the same way they acquire knowledge and skills about how to attain spiritual wealth. The best professional literature in the field of spirituality is the Bible, which provides all the necessary instructions for a person to live, how to feed himself, how to form a family, how to do business, how to lead a country, how to be healthy, etc. Also, one can learn from spiritually wiser and more experienced people about this important aspect of human life. Of course, being materially rich is not a bad thing. If we look through history, we will see that the most spiritual people were at the same time materially rich: Abraham, Job, David, Solomon, Daniel. Having material wealth and investing it in friends and family is the best investment. The problem arises when a person becomes a slave to materialism, when he lives for the sake of money, and not for some higher spiritual purpose, not because of the people around him who are potentially his greatest friends. Here, too, certain knowledge is needed to prevent man from being manipulated. Many ignorant people are trying to buy peace and spirituality by giving large sums of money to various problematic people and organizations who impersonate God's representatives on earth. The highest reach of spirituality and peace is achieved when a person is able to create a family and to properly choose a spouse who is interested in the same goal, and when one knows why he lives, for his family, children and fatherland. It is even better if a person manages to organize his life to live with his family in a natural environment and to run his own business in which he will not depend much on what is happening in the market, economic crisis, etc. As we have noted, in order to achieve spiritual wealth, a person must feed himself with quality spiritual content, that the books he reads, the music he listens to, the movies he watches, and the people he hangs out with, are carefully chosen in order to strengthen his spirituality, spiritual health and peace. One of the most important natural laws relates to the human's mind and states. The law of the human mind is that it turns into what is before his eyes. A person who looks at what is good, reads what is good, thinks about what is good and hangs out with good people, will become good and spiritually strong, so that no temptations and circumstances will disturb his peace, and thus his health. Therefore, it is imperative that every man cares especially for his spiritual health, because it is the first step in achieving all goals in life. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe.